us and address issues of sexual assault and domestic violence. Benefiting an organization called Girls Radio. You can read more about them in your program. They're basically a radio station that allows women to find their voice and stay out of violent situations.
The sunny, sunny, sunny side of the street.
Thank God there are some institutions that really try to help women who have gone through these kinds of experiences. But being human service kinds of organizations, these institutions need money, they need help, they need support, and there are people out there in this world that care and really try to do different things to raise money for these institutions and to support these women.
I wanted to put on productions and do something a little more transformative with my music than just make money to feed the company.
I see.
I immediately was captivated by her vision. I too have always been a singer and an actress, a performer. I'm also an opera singer.
Nice.
And I have always felt very strongly that my art needs to mean something. Sarah's vision for the Diva Day Foundation spoke to me both as an artist and what I personally want to do with my art, and then also just as a member of the community.
I love the java jug and it loves me. Coffee and tea and the java and me. A cup, a cup, a cup, a cup, a cup.
Once you're living at in transitional housing like the Elizabeth Stone House is, what can we do to enrich your life and to not only help you move through the trauma and past the trauma, but sort of bring joy and a sense of something normal and exciting and fun back into it. And music does that really well.
One of the things about trauma is that the person has been silenced and oppressed. And so the opposite of that is to sing out loudly and to speak out and have a voice. It's not by accident the metaphor is so powerful, what you're doing. I think it's wonderful.
The hope that I see in that is how people are now able to speak up about it. And there's much less of a stigma now than there used to be.
You're providing another venue for a supportive community for women having a voice together.
Yeah. So I think that work like that is something I would really like to see.
Yes.
I am a survivor of violence, so I am excited about that opportunity. I'm excited for people to be out there and speaking up and not hiding away in the shadows, feeling like they're alone when they're not.
There is another woman in the same boat as Elizabeth who said to me, I'm not to the place yet where I can talk about what happened, but I love that I can sing about what happened.
Yes.
And it was so cool when she said that. That was one of the cast members in Diva Day, and she said, I've been out of singing for a long time, and I didn't realize that this could be something that does start to complete my past. Another woman who's a photographer who was involved with Clothesline Project, also a survivor, had never really dealt with it at all and was really excited about a lot of her photography being directly related to a rape that happened 20 years ago and having it be her first kind of step at getting it out.
Just from the bottom of my soul, to help people was just a very unique opportunity. The work and the performances we did, any money we got from that went to support the Elizabeth Stone House, which it's a shelter for battered women who've gone through abuse. And to be a woman in the arts and to be able to directly affect the well-being of those women, it was a very powerful experience.
Proceeds end up going to girls' hostels, and we had some of the interns that were and trendy girls come in to help with the production, and it ended up being really rewarding for everyone.
Now, I remember at one point in the production process when Lydia Yankovskaya, the music director, and I were talking about the show, and I was worried about having enough resources to tell the story correctly and all of this, and there's so much to do. And at one point, Lydia just reached over to me and she said, "Roxy, anything that we do for this production, it's going to come from us, and we should just do our best, and that's what we're going to bring to the world." And I was so excited and inspired by that. And I think working in a company that is run by strong women, that has a strong mission towards women and towards the empowerment of youth and girls is just really inspiring. And I know it made me do my best work, and I was really proud of our production in the end.
Please give me a chance to sing melody. Give me a crack at the tune. I'm filled with chagrin every time I begin by the light of the silvery moon. There's another train. There always is. Maybe the next